I think it depends on your business, like how to react to events around you. But also, that's kind of where you can create these posts that have some wiggle room, right? So if you schedule out your post and you have a post planned for today, and then you wake up in the morning and you're like, it's a powder day outside, I'm feeling inspiration. Why not post that tomorrow? Why not move your post that you scheduled for today to tomorrow or to next week and just tweak the copy if you need to?
Hey, my feel good friend. Today, I am answering all of your content creation questions. That's right. I'm sharing a replay of an IG live that I did a few months ago where I asked my audience what content creation questions are burning a hole in your mind right now, and I answered them live. So it's going to be a super fun episode where you'll hear me answering questions that you've probably been asking yourself as well, but you'll also hear how excited and nerdy I get when I'm in my element, spitballing back and forth about social media with down-to-earth entrepreneurs like yourself. I do have to say, I am drinking my second cup of coffee, so you can really feel the energy. I'm a fast talker when I get like that, but I think you'll find everything that I share is super, super valuable for you. And as you're listening to the episode, if you do have any content creation questions that are popping up in your brain that you would like me to answer, I would love for you to join our Brand Vibe Challenge next week. This is a free 3-day challenge where I'll be hopping into our exclusive pop-up Facebook group for group workshops on how you can hone in on your brand's unique story, voice, and visuals and show up on social media in the best way for your brand. But one of the best parts of our Brand Vibe Challenge is that not only will you be showing up to these trainings and gaining a lot of great information and tips for how you can show up on social media, but this is a live challenge, so we will be able to go back and forth and I will be able to answer all of your burning questions, give you feedback on your brand's vibe, and truly, truly help you, give you that direct support that you need to finally show up on social media for your brand in the best way. This challenge is going to be so much fun, and I would love to have you in there. So please, please don't wait. Join now at feelgoodsocial.com/challenge. It's kicking off next Monday, May 17th. So don't wait. Head to feelgoodsocial.com/challenge to join us now. All right, are you ready to hear me get super excited and nerdy when it comes to answering all of your content creation questions? Let's dive right in. Hey friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social Podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm here to help you market your business in a genuine way that works without wasting your precious time. On this show, we chat about social media strategy and mindset tips with a focus on, you guessed it, feeling good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some genuine conversation for the good of your biz.
Feel good friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm just taking a little second coffee break to chat with you about content creation and answer any questions you might have. So if you have any social media questions, content creation questions, drop them below. I did create a question box in my stories a couple days ago, and I was going to answer everything on the stories, but I realized that I am super long-winded and I just cannot answer something in a 15-second span. So I thought I would hop on here live to chat with you and answer your content creation questions. Hello, Shelby. Thank you so much. You say, I was just listening to your new podcast episode. Yay. Let me know what you think. Hi, Courtney. Thank you so much for joining. Oh my gosh, I miss your face. I miss your face too, girl. I was just hopping on here to answer your content creation questions or social media questions in general, my friends. So if you have anything that you've been wondering about content creation or social media, drop them below. I do have 3 prepared that people asked me in my stories the other day. So I'll start with those. And if you have any questions, definitely drop them below. But the first question I have like a notebook from like college or like high school. I put these questions down on. Someone asked, how often can I post about my offers on social media? My answer to that question is, it's kind of interesting because personally, I think that we are always selling on social media. I think by showing up, by allowing your people to get to know you, get to know your offers, see behind the scenes, all of those things, you are building your know, like, and trust factor. And there are a lot of posts that you can create that are technically selling, that you technically share something and it wraps back around to your offer without feeling salesy, right? So honestly, I think everyone says like there's an 80-20 rule when it comes to content. 80% should be value, value, value. 20% should be like sales posts and whatnot. But basically, there's an 80-20 rule that a lot of marketers will talk about when it comes to content, being salesy 20% of the time and then giving value 80% of the time. I kind of think, and this might be a little polarizing, that it's not that straightforward. I think that 20% of your posts should be very direct salesy, like, hey, this is what I'm selling. Hey, buy from me. Hey, sign up for my program, all that stuff. And 80% should be more value driven, but there is a way to create social media posts that you can tell a story that leads into your offer at the end, right? And all those things. So I think that the line's a little blended there. Again, you don't want to sell all the time on social media. Last year, I would have said people don't come to social media to be sold to, right? Last year, I would have said social media is a place for entertainment, inspiration, education. And whenever you kind of are being directly salesy, it kind of turns people off. However, the COVIDs did this to us. There's been a huge shift on social media platforms this year toward e-com, right? Everyone needing to bring their business online, everyone needing to sell on social media. Actually, sales and selling on social media is becoming way less taboo, and people are being turned off by it way less. So I think that there's a shift on the platform of like, we're normalizing selling pretty much. And ultimately, whenever it comes to selling, I think it's best to approach it from like a helpful way and not a used car salesman way, right? I have several resources on that if you guys have any questions about that. Courtney says, how do we create a content calendar that we stick to? I always make them and fall off fast. Okay, when it comes to posting on social media, you don't have to post every day. And I like to approach it from the batch planning perspective, right? So whenever I start out with my coaching clients and whatnot, we take a look at their month. We see what are your strengths when it comes to content creation? What are your weaknesses when it comes to content creation? What is your availability to put into your content creation? And what can you achieve, right? I ultimately think that consistency is the best way to, like, that's consistency is the key to success on social media. You just gotta post. You just gotta show up. And it doesn't have to be 2 times a day. It doesn't have to be 5 times a week or anything like that. I do think that posting 3 times a week is a great place to start if you struggle with that. So what I like to do is, if you're comfortable with it, sit down, plan out kind of a big picture of your entire month. What am I going to be promoting this month? What values do I want to talk about? All of those things. And then I like to, depending for my monthly management clients, I'll plan out most of their content for the entire month in one sitting, right? For Feel Good Socials content, because it's my own baby and I have a lot of shit going on, I actually plan out our content week by week, right? So I'll sit down at the beginning of every month and I'll look at Feel Good Socials big picture. What podcast episodes are we putting out? What do I want to promote? What do I want to talk about? But planning the actual content, I only do it on a weekly basis. And if you're only doing 3 posts a week, it's really not too bad. So I think that that's kind of my advice. I'd love to know why you kind of fall off, Courtney. Let me know if there's any specific reason that like you're creating a calendar, but you can't stick to it kind of thing. If you're not scheduling out your post, girl, that'd be my first piece of advice. I know it's hard. I know it's hard when like you're an artist and you're in the middle of it and all those things, but like later.com is like a lifesaver for me. Just schedule it out. Don't even have to worry about posting it. It goes out automatically. And I'm like, yes. Although sometimes, I think last Saturday, my post accidentally went out at like 6:30 in the morning. And so I was sleeping in till like 9. And I woke up and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of comments on there. Like, it's kind of cool in a way that my post goes out, but like also I felt kind of weird because like I was asleep still. But whatever, no shame. Let me know if that was helpful, Courtney. Crown my Aqua Heart Tarot. I always say it wrong. I'm so sorry. What the best general use for lives on Instagram? I think that live video is just a really great way to drive deeper connection with your audience. It's an awesome way to have a two-way conversation with them, to make them feel like they're getting to know, like, and trust you, because on live video, it's not perfect, but the fact that it's not perfect, the fact that you mess up and things happen, things go wrong, it really actually helps people to get to know you on that like more vulnerable level and connect with you and see that you're a real person and you're not just this like perfect shiny brand, right? And so that's what I really love live video for. There are so many different ways people can use it for their different businesses. I know that you're friends with Janelle, and she is doing readings and stuff. I think she was doing them on TikTok, and now she's moving to Instagram. And honestly, live tarot readings are like one of the best ways for you guys to drive connection. People get so excited about it, and it's just really, really helpful. And it allows people to like trust you, right? Courtney says, so helpful. I set expectations to post every day. I love the idea of 3 a week. Okay. Yes. Oh, also, Courtney, this is great, because what I want you to do, this is what I tell some of my coaching clients and stuff. I want you to plan and schedule 3 posts a week, right? Maybe it's one product feature. Maybe it's one story. Maybe it's one like inspiration or behind the scenes or process post, right? Plan 3 posts, schedule them out. And then in the middle of the week, if you're feeling inspiration all of a sudden, then you can just post, right? Because you've left yourself some wiggle room for 2 to 4 more posts if you want, right? But just like setting that first like little bit, creating content, making sure that you're posting at least 3 times a week, maybe more, is great, because that's when we like lose it, right? When we're like, okay, I'm going to post every day. And then, and also I run into this all the time. If you like miss a day, then the world is ending. Then like, well, it's not the world is ending, but like then all of a sudden everything's ruined. That happens so much time. I think that's why a lot of people quit their diets. They like miss out on or stop doing their New Year's resolutions, all those things, is because we have this mentality. I have it too, where it's like, the first time you mess up, it's over, right? Like the first time you eat a Snickers bar, I'm off my diet. I ruined it. I'm not doing it anymore. And it's like, no, it's fine. It's fine to miss a day of posting on social media. Just post it tomorrow. Post it next week. I don't care. Actually, this is a funny story. I have a post planned that's like, have you looked at your 2020 top posts yet? Like, have you looked at your analytics yet? And I had it scheduled for today, actually. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's the 50th episode of the Feel Good Social Podcast. Then I had it scheduled for tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm teasing the merch that's releasing on Thursday for the podcast. And then on Thursday, it's my birthday. I'm doing a birthday post. Then on Friday, I'm doing another merch post. And so I'm actually going to post that like top squares of 2020 posts next week. And I realize it might be like a little late, but whatever. I'm going to make a joke about it in my caption. And I'll say, I realize it's a little late, but oh well, here you go. Like, here's some tips for looking at your analytics.
Are you ready to create content consistently, grow your genuine following, and make more sales on Instagram? Here's your invite to join our free 3-day brand vibe challenge, my friend. This free live challenge will help you hone in on your brand's story, voice, and visuals, and discover how you can make them all work together to market your brand in the best way. During this challenge, you'll not only be able to ask me questions and gain my direct feedback, but if you show up to the trainings and do the work, you'll also receive our interactive Instagram post checklist for free. If you want to see success on social, this is where you stop, my friend. Join our free 3-day brand vibe challenge at feelgoodsocial.com/challenge. Just head to feelgoodsocial.com/challenge to sign up now. I would absolutely love to see you there, my friend.
Okay. Phil Ringfield says, hi, how important is reacting to the events around you? Snow day today, for example. Okay, I think it depends on your business, right? So for you, I know that your business is not necessarily about powder days or anything like that. So I don't think that you need to react to the snow day that's happening outside the window right now that I know you're seeing too. It's not like necessarily pertinent to your brand, so you don't need to react to it. if it was a ski company, if it was like, and I used to work with Pearl Wax, Jill is awesome. And for her, even a ski wax company, it's not like super necessary in the moment to say powder day. Like, would it be awesome? Yes. Like that would be really great for her to create a post in the moment about the powder day that's happening outside as a ski wax company. But even her, it's not necessary. Like the necessary people to post on powder days is ski resorts, like the take action now sort of thing. So I think it depends on your business, like how to react to events around you. But also, that's kind of where you can create these posts that have some wiggle room, right? So if you schedule out your post and you have a post planned for today, and then you wake up in the morning and you're like, it's a powder day outside, I'm feeling inspiration. Why not post that tomorrow? Why not move your post that you scheduled for today to tomorrow or to next week and just tweak the copy if you need to? Unless, of course, it's like a time sensitive post, which often they're not, if you really take a look at them. I have 2 more questions planned. So if anyone has any other content creation questions, drop them below. I would love to chat with you. But someone on my Instagram stories the other day asked, what are different types of posts besides being salesy? So on social media, there's direct sales posts. That's the buy for me post. And I think that should be 20% of your monthly content, maybe, you know what I mean? If you want a good percentage. But there's also what I like to break social media posts down into is you have to think about your audience and you have to think about the amount of content that they're being bombarded with all day, every day. And you have to give them a reason to stop and read your post in every single one of your Instagram posts, or they won't, right? And so you always want to be giving your audience some sort of value. And on social media, I break value down into 3 different things. Entertainment, right? How many of us love to laugh at the memes online? How many of us stop and get sucked into a post that's like, I've never shared this before, but ... like the drama, right? There's a reason that we binge dramas on Netflix. So entertainment is a great way, creating an entertaining post, a meme of some sort, or sharing a story that's dramatic is a great way to create a post for social media. Then the next value add is education. This is kind of the obvious one, right? Sharing tips that are useful, sharing, how to do this sort of thing or whatever. Education is a great way to add value to your social media posts. And then also inspiration, right? So this is where storytelling comes in. And this is also kind of relatability factors, right? Like, oh my gosh, she's that way. I'm that way too. I feel normal. Or, oh my gosh, I would love to be like that someday, right? Inspiration is a great way to add value to your post. So those are the 3 value breakdowns that I create posts out of, and I make sure every post has some sort of value in it. But as far as posts to create that aren't salesy necessarily, there's tip posts. There's graphics that are sliding through with each tip. There's blog snippets, quotes, testimonials that you could share, behind the scenes posts, story posts. If you've been following me for a little bit, I'm all about storytelling. I'm all about sharing your face on social media, sharing your story, making that deeper connection with people. And so there's so many different types of posts you could share. And again, a lot of the posts that you create that aren't necessarily salesy or product features or offer features, they can kind of lead back around into, do you feel this way too? Here's how I can help you sell. I always like to end with either a direct call to action that's here's how I can help you. Head to the link in my bio to tune into this or grab this freebie, or ask a question that is making your post more engaging, right? And then on my stories on Sunday, I think someone asked, is it better to do long form or short form posts? Again, this is one of those questions that it kind of depends on your business. It kind of depends on your content creation style. I just had a one-on-one coaching client who some of my one-on-one coaching clients are awesome at the long form. They will rep out those long form social media posts like it's nothing. And long form posts are a really great way to drive deeper connection, to tell a full story, to pull people into your story and get them to take action. and to really just like connect with them on an emotional level. Long form posts are great for that, right? And I think that every business should be putting out some sort of long form posts every week, like telling a story of your customer, telling a story of a potential ideal customer, like how are you feeling? And then leading them through the story. I think that's great. But sometimes short form posts are very effective as well. I had this conversation with a client over the holidays, and because I've been pushing storytelling on her so hardcore, she was like, I've been writing all of these social media story posts and I'm not getting as much traction. And I was like, that's because we're in the holiday season and no one really has a lot of time to read those long form posts right now. And she's a product-based business. She was trying to make holiday sales. And I was like, what you need to be doing right now is creating short form. Looking for a stocking stuffer? Here it is. Looking to buy a gift for dad? Here's the perfect gift. Like short form in your face post. Be direct salesy, because that's what people need during the holiday season when they're trying to plan all the things. Everything's crazy. They don't have time to read all about like your perfect Christmas memory. Like it's beautiful. Create a post about that, but also alongside it the next day, create a short form post that is helpful, direct, and easy for people to make it through. So I think that long story short, I think that there's like a space for long form posts. I love them. Most of my posts are long form. Most of the coaching clients, like that are coaches themselves, my coaching clients who are also coaches, they create a lot of long form posts because it's really more so a personal brand. They're selling themselves. They're trying to build that know, like, and trust factor. They're trying to make a point through their content. But especially for and even me as a social media manager, I don't really create a lot. I have a lot to say. I'm very long-winded, which is why I hopped on the live instead of trying to answer these questions on my stories in 15 seconds. But even me, like so many social media managers are posting to social media just like really quick, short captions, and they're effective because they hit home for people and they get people to take direct action immediately. And so I think that there's not really a right answer. That's my long ass way to say that, is that I think that there's a place for short form and long form posts. I think that you should be posting a mix of them. I should probably post a few shorter captions more often. Let's be honest. Well, whatever. And so that's my answer for that, you guys. Thank you for everyone who's joined us.
All right, my friend, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of me being super caffeinated and answering all of your content creation questions. Again, if you enjoy my energy, if you love learning from me, if you have burning questions that you would love to ask me when it comes to social media marketing, showing up in the best way for your brand, taking your brand to the gram, definitely join our free 3-day brand vibe challenge that's kicking off next Monday, May 17th. Just head to feelgoodsocial.com/challenge to join us. I would love to see you there and answer all of your questions, give you feedback, and finally help you show up on social media in the best way for your brand. I will catch you next Monday, my friend, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Thanks so much for listening, my friend. For show notes and a whole lot of other awesome freebies, visit feelgoodsocial.com. Simply go to feelgoodsocial.com for all the goods.